All right, listen up, brainiacs, or should I say, brain zeros? Let's face it, we all have those moments where our memory fails us, like when you walk into a room and forget why you're there, or when someone asks your name at the DMV and suddenly, poof, it's gone. You start thinking, what is my name? Am I John? Steve? A potato? Yeah, that happens to everyone. But what if I told you there's a way to remember everything, well, almost everything, and make your life just slightly less chaotic? Intrigued? Good. Grab some popcorn, because today we're diving deep into the art of remembering stuff without turning yourself into an overworked Google search engine. Why do we forget stuff anyway? Okay, first things first, why do we even forget stuff in the first place? Is it because our brains are lazy couch potatoes who refuse to work overtime? Well, kinda. Our brains are actually super efficient. They filter out unnecessary information so they can focus on what matters most. Think about it this way. Imagine trying to memorize every single detail of your day, like how many tiles were on the bathroom floor, or exactly how long you stared blankly at your coffee cup while pretending to be productive. That would get exhausting fast, right? So instead, your brain says, nope, not important, and tosses it into the mental dumpster. But here's the thing. If you want to remember more useful stuff, like people's names, grocery lists, or which parking spot you left your car in, spoiler alert, section G42, you need to train your brain to prioritize that info. And no, screaming, remember this inside your head doesn't count as training. Sorry. Memory hack 1. Pay attention. Here's a shocker for you. If you don't pay attention to something, chances are you won't remember it later. Crazy, right? For example, have you ever been introduced to someone new and completely zoned out halfway through their name because you were too busy wondering whether they brushed their teeth recently? Yeah, me neither. Totally hypothetical scenario. The truth is, paying attention is step 1 to improving your memory. When you meet someone named Linda, repeat her name back to her. Say something like, nice to meet you, Linda. Or better yet, add a little flair. Wow, Linda, such a classic name. Did anyone ever call you Linz? Boom. Now you've got context and you sound charming. Just don't go full stalker mode by asking her middle name unless you're ready to commit socially. Memory hack 2. Use association. Your brain loves stories. If paying attention feels like too much effort already, let's talk about association, the lazy genius's secret weapon. Here's how it works. Your brain loves stories and connections. Random facts floating around in isolation? Meh. But tie them together with something ridiculous and bam, you'll never forget them. For instance, say you need to buy milk, eggs, and bread from the store. Instead of repeating those items like a broken record, picture this. A giant chicken wearing glasses driving a milk truck that crashes into a bakery. Weird? Yes. Memorable? Absolutely. Now, whenever you think of groceries, you'll see that absurd image in your head. And voila, you'll remember your list without needing sticky notes plastered all over your house. Memory hack 3. Chunking. Break it down. Baby. Ever tried to memorize a phone number? If you're anything like me, staring at 10 random digits makes your eyes glaze over faster than reading the terms and conditions on a software update. That's where chunking comes in handy. No, it's not about throwing chunks, it's about breaking big chunks of info into smaller, bite-sized pieces. Take a phone number like 555-867-5309. Instead of seeing it as 12 separate numbers, split it into groups. 555, 867, and 5309. Bonus points if you hum the tune from Tommy Two-Tone's song while doing it. Suddenly, it's way easier to recall. This trick works for anything, a grocery list, a presentation outline, or even the entire periodic table if you're feeling ambitious. Though honestly, good luck with that. Memory hack 4. Spaced repetition. Because cramming sucks. Raise your hand if you've ever pulled an all-nighter before a test only to realize you retained absolutely nothing 5 minutes after walking out of the exam hall. Yep, guilty as charged. Turns out, cramming is basically the junk food of learning it, gives you a quick boost, but leaves you hungry for actual knowledge later. Instead, try spaced repetition. The idea is simple. Review information multiple times over increasing intervals. First, revisit it after an hour, then a day, then 3 days. By spacing out your reviews, you give your brain time to solidify those memories instead of shoving them into short-term storage and hoping they stick. Pro tip: apps like Anki or Quizlet automate this process for you, so you don't have to set alarms reminding yourself to study during dinner. Memory hack 5. Visualize. Turn your brain into a movie theater. Let's say you need to remember a sequence of events, for example, the steps to bake cookies. Instead of reading off a recipe card like a robot, turn it into a visual story. Picture yourself cracking eggs dramatically like you're auditioning for MasterChef, pouring flour like a mad scientist, and accidentally dropping chocolate chips on the floor like a clumsy cartoon character. Add sound effects if it helps: boom, crash, splat. Now, whenever you think of baking cookies, you'll replay that mini movie in your head. This technique works wonders for complex topics too. Need to learn historical dates? Imagine Napoleon scrolling through TikTok during the Battle of Waterloo. Learning anatomy? Picture your organs throwing a party where your heart DJs while your lungs provide backup vocals. Silly? Sure. Effective? Absolutely. Memory hack 6. Teach someone else. Be the smartest dummy in the room. One of the best ways to cement information in your brain is to teach it to someone else. Why? Because explaining something forces you to organize your thoughts and fill in any gaps in your understanding. Plus, you get to feel smarter than whoever's listening, even if it's just your cat. So next time you're struggling to remember something, grab a friend or your poor unsuspecting pet and start teaching. If you stumble or realize you don't fully grasp a concept, great. That means you've identified what you need to review. And hey, if your audience falls asleep, well, at least you practice public speaking. Win-win. Memory hack 7. Sleep on it, literally. Finally, let's talk about sleep. I know, shocking advice coming from someone who probably stayed up till 3 a.m. last night binge watching reality television. But hear me out. Sleep isn't just for dreaming about winning the lottery or fighting ninjas. It's crucial for memory consolidation. While you snooze, your brain replays the day's events, organizing and storing important information like a diligent librarian filing books. So if you've been staying up late cramming for exams or watching YouTube tutorials on how to build a nuclear reactor in your backyard, stop. Seriously, get some rest. Your brain will thank you, and you might actually wake up smarter. Who knew sleeping could be so productive? Bonus tip: laugh more. Memory plus humor equals magic. And last but definitely not least, laughter is literally magic for your memory. Studies show that humor boosts retention because it activates different parts of your brain, making information stand out. So if you can crack a joke or find something funny about what you're trying to remember, you're golden. Need to memorize state capitals? Pretend Delaware is secretly plotting world domination. Trying to ace a vocab quiz? Imagine each word starring in its own soap opera. The sillier, the better.